Hi, good evening. It's Dr. Gary. Dental practices for sale. I am a dentist, but now I've been doing dental practice brokerage for 11 years now. We have 8 employees, including 2 CPA accountants. So we've been real busy lately trying to help sellers sell their practices and buyers purchase a practice. Our website is drgarydentalpracticeguide.com. And our phone number is 201-663-0935. We sell dental practices. We are dental practice brokers. Now, the phone number once again is 201-663-0935. The information you're about to hear is for entertainment purposes. This is not legal advice nor business advice. We try to give you action, so to speak, from the front. I work 363 days a year. I take off Christmas and Easter. We try to give you day by day events that occur in selling practices, buying practices, what actually happens out there. And about the only free time we have is in my car, so here I am trying to give you an update. Okay, we just got a call about an hour ago. This seller has been in practice for 38 years. He's now decided suddenly he's had enough. He's exhausted. Hey, I'm sure he's been great providing good service to the community, but you get to the point you're just tired. And he's reached that point rapidly. The practice used to do about $760,000 a few years ago. It has steadily been declining. Now, this most recent year, or I would say the last 3 months, if you were to extrapolate it out, he's now doing about 140,000, 138,000 per year. Open a few days a week. No hygienist at this point. Computerized, doesn't have digital. Working about 15 hours a week. 5 ops altogether. Practice used to gross 800,000. Okay. Now, I guess the title of this segment is the most difficult time sellers have to sell is when their revenues are declining. So the title would be Declining Revenues Make a Very Difficult Sale. When a buyer or the bank sees that the revenues keep going down and down and down, even though he was producing 760, 70,000 a couple of years ago, when they see declining revenues, it's a warning sign. And what the bank does is, since it's been going down year by year, they extrapolate down for the next year. And that's how they figure the value. The same thing with the buyer. And when you get to these lower revenues, it's more challenging because now the buyer's worrying from a cash flow point of view, will you have enough money to pay his bank loan and pay the rent? So the last thing you want to do is have revenues that, as a seller, the last thing you want to do is continue to let the practice slide again and again and again, and down and down and down. It's the worst thing you could do. At minimum, even if it's difficult, keep a steady profit, keep a steady gross year after year. At least it's steady, and the buyer sees it steady, the bank sees it steady. The fact that you would do an 800, it does help in marketing. It means that perhaps your location, your office, your staff is capable of doing 800. So it's a marketing thing. The practice is capable. It doesn't mean you can sell the practice for more money now. It just makes it more difficult. If you have declining revenues. So you want to maintain steady revenues wherever possible. Revenues drop, it's a danger sign. It's a lot more difficult to sell. So you have to prevent yourself from getting into that. Or the minute your revenues start to drop and you don't feel like getting them up again and you had a previous very good year, just sell the practice. I mean, just get it sold. And if you love dentistry so much, call up one of your buddies and work for them or do something like that. But if you let the practice slide, revenues decrease, you'll get a lot less, if at all, for your practice, because low grossing practices scare all the buyers away. Low grossing means under 200,000. It doesn't mean you can't sell it, but it makes it more challenging to do that. So bear that in mind. Call us if you want any free advice. We're here. We work 363 days a year. We answer the phone from about 7:30 East Coast time to about 9:30 East Coast time in the evening. So call us. We'll be happy to give you a free consultation if you're a seller, what we value the practice at. What makes us different where possible, we also try to be and show the practice. But either way, even if you're out of state, we're in 16 states now. We service all those states. And we'll come down and visit you. Let's see, take a look at the practice, and we'll try to get it sold. But bear that in mind when I just told you, and you're going to do great. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Bye.